This story is going to be very sad, so don't say we didn't warn you. They all lived happily in their little village, far from the noise and the chaos of the city. It was also the day when the whole family would gather together to enjoy delicious food, play with the children and exchange gifts. This year, however, Danish would have to work on Eid. He had just started a new job and his boss did not give any holiday. As usual, Danish called his mother and said, as Salam Alaikum, "Mother, I won't be able to come home on Eid. I'm sorry." His mother's face fell down when she heard her son's voice. She was making some traditional sweets for the occasion. As tears welled up in her eyes, she managed to say, "Wa alaikum as-salam, my son. Don't worry, we understand. Just take care of yourself there. Your father and I will manage." On Eid morning, after the prayers, while sipping hot tea, Danish's father said, "I'm sure our son will surprise us today. Today is Eid, and if he comes home in new clothes, it would be better than any gift." Danish's younger brother and sister nodded in agreement. The two sisters had even started arguing about whose turn it was to hug their brother first when he arrived. Their mother smiled and shook her head. She knew what her son would do. He had been working hard to save money, and now that he had a little savings, he would spend it all on new clothes for them. But still, she felt a pang of sadness thinking about her son. At noon, the doorbell rang. Everyone in the house was so excited they ran to open the door. To their surprise, standing in front of them was none other than Danish, their son. He was wearing brand new clothes and had a bag in his hand. He embraced his mother and father and handed the bag to his father, saying, "Father, please open this bag and see what I have brought for you." His father opened the bag and found two nicely wrapped gift boxes. He looked at Danish, surprised. "But you have spent all your money on us," he said. Danish smiled. "It's okay, father. You work hard throughout the year. This is a small token of love for you." His father took the gift box and found a beautiful Punjabi. Then he saw another box which contained a beautiful green sari for his mother. "Oh, Danish, these are too expensive," his mother said. But he shook his head. "These were the only ones I liked. That's why I bought them." His mother was deeply touched and hugged him. His father put the Punjabi on and it fit him perfectly. Then he put on the cap that Danish had brought for him. Looking at his son, he could not stop smiling. "You look really handsome, son," he said. Danish then gave new clothes to his brothers and sisters and even some small gifts to their neighbors. He had only been home for a couple of hours, but everyone was already talking about how lucky they were to have such a wonderful son. The whole village was happy for him. When it was time for Danish to leave, he stopped by the neighbor's house and told them, "Father, Mother, I'm leaving. Please don't feel sad, I will come again soon." No, you stay here for a few days," the mother said. She had already started thinking about the food she would cook for her son when he stayed for longer. That evening, Danish called his parents from his friend's house. "How was your day today?" his mother asked. "It was great, Mother. All my friends were surprised to see me. We played a lot of games and ate delicious food." The mother listened, smiling. She could hear the happiness in her son's voice. At times like these, she felt grateful that her son had friends who cared for him. After chatting for a while, Danish hung up. He thought he should go for a walk and check out the market in the city. Suddenly, he remembered that he had not bought anything for himself, so he decided to buy a new shirt. Meanwhile, Danish's parents went to bed. but they could not sleep. They kept tossing and turning in bed, thinking about how nice it would be if their son stayed with them for a few days. Then they both agreed that tomorrow they would convince Danish to stay for longer. Next morning, they woke up early and started preparing breakfast. The mother was making her son's favorite dish, samosas. She made a big batch, so that there would be enough for everyone. She also made kava, a special Kashmiri drink made from rice. Then she prepared a list of things she needed from the market. She needed more vegetables, meat, and some sweets. As the mother was getting ready to go to the market, the phone rang. She told her husband to answer the phone because she knew it must be Danish calling. But when she heard her husband's voice suddenly change, her heart skipped a beat. When he spoke, his voice was shaking. "Come to the window," he said. The mother rushed to the window and saw a crowd gathered outside. She could not see anything from where she was standing. She was worried and confused. Why had her husband gone to the window? What had happened outside? Was it something to do with Danish? She could not think clearly. Then she heard a knock on the door. She opened it and found a young man standing. He was a stranger. "Are you Mr. and Mrs. Dar?" he asked. The couple looked at each other. They knew that, whoever this person was, he had brought bad news. "Yes, I am Mr. Dar," the father said hesitantly. The stranger lowered his head. "I am sorry to tell you this, but your son has met with an accident." The mother screamed. "What did you say? Our son? Is he dead?" The man nodded his head slowly. The mother screamed and fell on the ground. "No! Oh, my son," she cried. Her husband hugged her and started crying. He held the clothes that Danish had bought for them and cried, "Why, Allah, why?" The man looked at them sadly. He handed them the bag that had fallen from the bike. The bag was torn and drenched in blood. It was clear that this was the bag that had been with Danish when he died. The man said, "Your son was coming back home by bus. When he reached the main road, he saw a car coming towards him. He tried to stop it, but it hit him and threw him on the ground. He died instantly. I was traveling in that car, and when I realized what had happened, I got out and rushed to him, but he was already gone. I am sorry, I should have called you earlier, but I had to inform the police." After the stranger left, Mr. and Mrs. Dar held each other and cried. They had lost their only son, and all because of some careless driver. The whole village was shocked when they heard the news. Everyone went to Danish's house to express their condolences. The mother sat on the ground crying. She did not want to move. Even when it was time for the funeral, she had to be carried to the graveyard. The father stood by his son's grave and cried, "I wanted to take you to Eid prayer in new clothes, but you will never return." After burying their son, the parents returned home. Their house, which had echoed with the laughter of their son, was now filled with silence. The mother cried for weeks. She could not understand how she would live without her son. Some people might think that the story is depressing, but it's actually quite realistic. Children who work in different cities or countries often forget to call their parents. They're so busy with work and social life that they don't have time for their parents. They promise to call, but then they forget. Sometimes it seems like children only remember their parents when they need something. That's why the moral of the story is, no matter how busy you are, always make time for your parents, because one day you may never get the chance again.